So, welcome everyone, and I'm excited to be with you tonight for an encore presentation for one of our most popular um, workshops that we've had in the past few weeks, and it's called Reclaim Your Health. And this is a workshop that we were actually fortunate enough to receive in person um, a few weeks ago, and that was held in Teaneck and at Fairleigh Dickinson University, and it was really well received. And we received so many comments from people who didn't live near there, or people who missed it for whatever reason. They couldn't make it that day because it was on a Saturday morning. And we received many requests to please give us this information on a Zoom so we could watch it from the comfort of our home. So I am attempting to do the best I can with the information and that we receive from Dr. Spellman. So I'll start right off by saying I am not a doctor. However, definitely a seeker of all things natural, and I've been on this journey for 17 years or so. And also a licensed massage therapist. I'm a mom of two grown children. One is fully launched and one is kind of half baked, but he's on his way. He's 20. He's getting there. So my family has been the recipients of all of this, information and knowledge, and I'm really grateful that I've been able to raise my family in this manner. And I only wish that I had stumbled upon the essential oils sooner, like when they were babies. That would have been even better. But you start when you start, right? So it's never too late to start. And it's always a good thing to bring new knowledge and awareness into your life, and to also do what you can to reduce toxins in your life. So this presentation has a lot of ideas on how we can do that. And so before I get going, if I were to ask the people that are here, and I know people will be watching this on the recording, but just think about these main areas of health. And this is what most people kind of, I guess struggle maybe is the right word, but people struggle with these things. So tell me if any of these things resonate for you, and if so, which one is the most, pressing. So many people say nutrition is a big issue for them. They don't feel that maybe they're eating a healthy enough diet, or maybe they're not feeling in control of their eating. Maybe they're doing a lot of snacking. I love snacks personally. Maybe they're doing a lot of snacking, or maybe they don't feel like their nutritional needs are being met necessarily. So that's one area. Digestion is another, a big one. And people, I think, live with this. So I find most people find it normal to them, even though digestive problems are not normal. But people tend to say, well, like I've been like this like my whole life. I've only ever gone number two every other day. And like that's cool. Like it's normal for me. It's not normal. So if that's something, that maybe that you struggle with, digestive discomfort, food sensitivities, regularity, meaning are we pooping every day at least, and ideally after every meal. That's really the ideal digestive system. So if you're not doing that, then that's an area that could be improved upon. Another thing is movement. So the ability to be mobile and okay, iPhone entered the waiting room. Let's see who this is. The ability to be mobile and get at least 2 hours of moderate exercise every week, not a day. Did you think I was going to say a day? No, every week, 2 hours a week. So like 30 minutes a day of, even just a walk in your neighborhood is really helpful. Hi there. Hi. Who is this beautiful face? Who is that?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
It's
What?
Kelly.
Oh, hi. How are you? Your thing says iPhone, so I'm like, wait a second.
I'm on my
Um,
phone because I'm at a
is that
baseball game.
gorgeous? Is that gorgeous? Okay. Welcome. So glad you're here.
Thank you.
Just getting started here. Okay, the next thing is metabolism. So what we're talking about is what things people are typically struggling with, what I'm hearing a lot of these days. So I'm kind of giving you a list of things and just keep in the back of your mind, oh yeah, that's me. Like, yeah, raise my hand, that's me. Um, so metabolism is the next thing. Do you have great energy throughout the day? Do you ever suffer from brain fog, or do you ever have cravings for caffeine or um, sugary snacks or even energy drinks, things like that, just to like get yourself through the day? Um, do you feel full after you eat for at least a couple of hours? So if that's not you, then there is something going on with your metabolism. So something that could be improved. The next thing is sleep. I'm getting enough rest, to feel alert and rested the following day. I have good sleep hygiene practices. Um, the next thing is stress. This is something I think we could all raise our hands about. I know my main sources of stress and I have adequate resources to manage them. I have self-care strategies to help me manage my stress. I'm familiar with supplements and products that I can use to help me unwind. Just gonna mute everybody. Okay. Thank you, Felicia. Okay. Um, and then finally, reducing toxicity. So I'm familiar with the most common environmental toxins and I know how to avoid them. So common environmental toxins would be like your typical household cleaners, maybe that you buy at the grocery store, Yankee candles, things like that, Glade plugins, things like that. So being aware of those things and being aware that they're toxic, Febreze, Lysol, things like that, um, knowing that they exist and that they're really not the best things for you or your family. And then lastly, there is one last thing, is informed self-care. So I educate myself on proactive lifestyle habits. And I think all of us can say yes to that one because we're all here today, right? So those are the areas, that all make up what we are calling the wellness pyramid or the wellness lifestyle. So let's take a deeper dive into some of these things and see. Let me share my little screen here. Back to the beginning. And okay. And was there anything that I mentioned in that list that I just kind of blew through there? Was there anything that anyone was very concerned with? Like, oh, yes, I really hope she talks about that. If so, unmute yourself and tell me, or just type it in the chat so I know to spend a little more time on that particular area. But my intent today is to give a broad overview of a little bit of each, of those little areas, and then sort of like bring it all home with a solution. Because the good news is there is a solution for all of this, and as will be revealed in the end, you'll be able to see what it is and actually even get a discount for deciding to go with that solution. So that is also super cool. So doTERRA doesn't normally do that, give us little discount codes to use. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is nutrition. Doesn't that lady look so happy with her salad? I love my salads too, right? And here's an interesting statistic that 9 out of 10 of the most impactful risk factors for disease in this country are tied to poor nutrition. So if you take a look at this is like the typical American, I think it's called the standard American diet, also known as SAD, because it is sad when we take a look at, all of these foods that many people eat on a regular basis. And I know we know better, those of us that are here, and I'm not saying that these are terrible foods, to have occasionally. I love pizza. Um, And I love French fries and hamburgers. I love all these foods, but I don't eat them every day, right? So my opinion is everything in moderation. And if you focus in on the most healthy foods, first, like vegetables and um, protein, and then kind of follow that up with your less healthy foods, usually you'll be kind of full by the time you get to the less healthy things, and you're giving your body that best nutrition first, which is what your body really needs. But people who are following this sad diet, for the majority of the time, usually are not feeling so well, right? And this is increasing their risk factors for diabetes and heart disease and all kinds of other nasty things that nobody wants. All right. So when our daily nutrient requirements aren't met, then existing conditions can worsen. Bone, cardiovascular, and metabolic health can be threatened, among other health concerns, and the hormones can become imbalanced. So when we don't pay attention to this, eventually it does catch up to us, and all sorts of problems can ensue. So we definitely can do some work to avoid this from happening. And probably the best thing to help support less than optimal nutritional profile is having excellent supplementation. So the Lifelong Vitality Trio is doTERRA's #1 best-selling product for a reason. And my husband and I have been on this for 10 years. 10 years. Unbelievable, right? We started doTERRA in 2013. So we've actually been taking these for 10 years. And prior to that, we were taking what we thought were excellent supplements, because I've always been into taking good supplements. So we thought we were taking great supplements, and then we switched over to doTERRA, and I was shocked at how much better we felt just even after 2 weeks of taking these. And what we found was more energy, more stamina. My husband used to fall asleep on the couch after dinner at 7:30 at night, and I'd be watching him like snoring on the couch. I'm like, dude, like this is like the prime time of evening. Like I want to get out. I want to do things. And he was just so out of it because just had no energy, no stamina. So that doesn't happen anymore. And he's 10 years older now. So that's a really good thing. The other thing we noticed kind of right away was a decrease in joint pain. Both of us, started feeling the little aches and pains in the knees and the lower back, and we noticed that that really went away for the most part. And then the third biggest thing I would say is brain fog. So I noticed that a lot of brain fog even after I had my kids. I feel like once I had my children, half my brain cells left my body. I don't know what happened, but I don't know if those of you that are moms can really relate to this, but maybe it's because of a lack of sleep or just feeling so stressed. And when my kids were younger, I just felt that I was always forgetful and walking into a room and being like, I don't know. I don't even know why I'm here. I forgot. So, and I was way too young for that to be happening, right? I was in my 40s. Like that's way too young for that kind of a thing to be happening. So I noticed a big improvement in that. And now my kids are mad because I remember everything now. So they're like, oh, I wish you had that brain fog back, because sometimes we say things that we hope you forget, but I don't forget now. Um, so here are the three things that we take every day. You have your Z omega. Even though it has an X in front of it, it's pronounced Z omega. I don't know why, but maybe it's the Latin pronunciation. I'm not sure. But anyway, this is your essential fatty acids. Of course, everything is blended with the essential oils, which helps the absorption of the supplement. And I think that makes the biggest difference between these and everything else that's on the market, because most of the things that are on the market are synthetic, and your body really just doesn't know what to do with it, and you wind up peeing it out. How many times have you started a new supplement and you're going to the bathroom and you're noticing like, wow, my urine is like neon green, like some crazy color, right? It's because it's the supplement that you're taking is basically being peed right out of your body. So there you go, wasting your money, right? So you won't notice like crazy colors of your urine when you start taking the doTERRA thing because your body really is absorbing most of it. The Microplex VMZ is giving you the whole food essential vitamins and minerals. And then your alpha CRS is your cellular longevity blend. So this is the thing that really is the antioxidant, which helps your cells to stay healthy for longer, giving you that sustained energy throughout the day and the stamina, which we all need, right? So a little bit more about the Z Omega. And I'm just curious if you want to type in the chat, if you are taking these currently, can you just put a 1 in the chat for me so I have an idea of who's already taking this? I already told you I am, and my husband is too, for 10 years. Woo! Okay, so more benefits from the Z Omegas promotes good heart and circulatory health, healthy joint function, immune boosting nutrients, healthy function of the brain and the eyes and the nervous system. These are especially good for people who suffer from depression and any kind of mental challenges or mental struggles. The omegas are really, really good for the brain, for brain health. So anyone who suffers from anxiety or depression, omegas are going to be really, really good for you. See what else do I want to say about this. So also it's giving you some vitamin D and vitamin E. Most people are very low in vitamin D. Seems to be very common. So this is a good source of vitamin D. So great for joint health, like you see in the pictures here, immune function, brain development. And we also have a vegan version for those of you who are vegan. So that's good. Okay, so here's your Microplex VMZ benefits. So these are going to provide 22 essential vitamins and minerals to support normal growth, function, and maintenance of cells, fights free radicals, supports healthy metabolism and cellular energy, bone health, because you've got more vitamin D in here, also calcium and magnesium and zinc, great for the immune system, healthy digestion. Many people say that their digestive health improves incredibly when they start taking these vitamins. Okay, cool. And Malika said having more energy. Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. That was the other thing that you wanted to talk about. Okay. And Felicia and Malika taking the vitamins too. Yay. Okay. So good to know. And there's also a vegan version of this as well. Okay, and finally, the alpha CRS supports the healthy cell function by protecting the cellular DNA. So this is what gives us our immune system. So it helps us keep our immune system strong. This supports healthy mental clarity and brain function. Also healthy mitochondria. So this one is what promotes cell death. So that there are certain cells that we want to die and just move on out of our system. That's called cell apoptosis. So this promotes cell apoptosis and also helps the good ones to continue to grow and multiply. So it keeps a healthy balance on the cellular level. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about, and I recently, actually very recently, started incorporating all of these into my daily life because I realized that I was deficient in some of these things. doTERRA has a whole line of protein, fiber, and greens. And the facts are that most people are not consuming enough fiber for sure, definitely not consuming enough protein. And when I was sitting next to Dr. Spellman at lunch, after he delivered this very same talk that I'm delivering here, I asked him about protein and how much protein we should be aiming for. And he said women should be aiming for about 100 grams a day. And I was like, what? Like mind blown, right? I was like, I cannot believe that. That seems like a lot, right? So he said the more protein you can consume, it's going to help your metabolism, it helps control your appetite because it helps you to feel full and supports your muscle growth and recovery. And then the fiber helps to maintain a healthy microbiome, promotes healthy digestive function, cardiovascular health, immune system, metabolic process, and really helps with weight management because fiber helps you to feel full. So you're not, looking for snacks all the time like I had been in the past. And Dr. Spellman also told me that the fiber helps reduce cholesterol, helps reduce overall cholesterol. So if that's an issue for you, then you definitely want to be getting more fiber into your diet. And then the greens provide the equivalent of 1 to 2 servings of fruits and vegetables, also another good source of fiber, and also helps with metabolism. So I actually decided to combine all of these 3 things into one smoothie. And it was pretty thick, I have to say, because I just did it in like a BlendJet cup. So I did drink it that way, even though it was very thick, because I just added water to it and a little bit of ice. But when I finished drinking this thick smoothie, I decided, all right, let me just add more water and just like blend it up because there was still more like kind of left in the cup. And so I actually drank like 2 whole things of 24-ounce things of water. And I felt better with that. So the next time I made this combination, I put it in the Vitamix and I added some spinach and some strawberries, and it was good. I mean, it's a lot of liquid, it's a lot of drinking, but let's face it, most of us are dehydrated anyway. So if you could start your day out with like 40 ounces of, drinking some greens and some protein and some fiber, this is a good thing. It's a really good thing. So I've been doing this regularly and I really like it. I really like how I feel on it. All right, so let's talk about digestive health for a little bit. Um, Nobody likes to feel gassy or bloated after they eat, right? So one thing that we can do to avoid that is drink more water, more fruits and veggies, avoid chemicals, and try to walk after you eat, especially. This is something that I'm learning. I'm following a lot of doctors now on online and podcasts and on Instagram and stuff. And there's someone named the Glucose Goddess. She's on Instagram, and I highly recommend her if you want to follow her. And she talks about the importance of just taking a walk, a brisk walk after you eat. It helps to prevent the glucose spikes that you may get from eating a meal that has carbohydrates in it. So you can kind of block that glucose spike from happening just by movement. And it doesn't have to be like running. It's just a nice brisk walk around the neighborhood. So my husband and I have been doing this. I would say at least 4 nights a week. After dinner, we'll go for our walk, and we walk from Emerson to Westwood. We have like a whole little route, and it's about 3.5 to 4 miles, and it's great. It's been really good for us. Okay, so moving on here. And then the other thing that I forgot to mention, I think I somehow missed a slide, but Terrazyme, the digestive enzymes are really, really great to support digestive health. And what they do is they help you to absorb the nutrients from the foods that you're eating and help you move out the waste products a little bit faster. So they help you break down the nutrients in the foods that you eat. So Terrazyme is something I've been taking for many years. I love it. And then the other thing is the PB Assist, which is our probiotic, also really great for gut health. All right, so now we're going to talk about metabolic health a little bit. So we could talk about the fact that our metabolic health and biological age are inseparable, and the difference between lifespan and health span. So many people will say, like, oh, if I get to this age, of let's say 70 or 75, I've done okay. But what happens, and I've seen this in my own mom who just turned 80, there's almost a kind of a big decline. Once you get to a certain age, it seems like she feels like everything's going wrong, everything's breaking down, I don't feel well. So that seems to be the case for a lot of people, like the last 10 to 15 years of their life are sort of fraught with health challenges and not feeling well and feeling very exhausted and not being able to do the things you want to do. And I really believe that we can turn that around and keep our health high, so that when we get to that age of 70, 75, 80, we don't have to feel doomed like, oh no, like now I'm going to be going to the doctor 3 times a week. And that's what I feel like her life is now. It's just going to doctor's appointments and getting test after test, and she's just not super happy. So I want to try to avoid that, and I think all of us here do as well, and we can avoid it. Okay, so here are some of the obstacles that we have if we're contending with some metabolic issues. It's maturing fat cells. So do you feel like sometimes as you get older, you just feel like you can never lose weight, right? I have felt that as I've aged, that it's harder and harder for me to drop unwanted pounds. Blood sugar spikes, that just causes like the energy crashes throughout the day. If we're taking inferior supplements, we're just not going to feel great. And cellular integrity, maybe that means our immune system is low and maybe we tend to be getting more colds and just not feeling great. So the good news is there's an answer for all of this, and it's called MetaPWR. This is a newer product line from doTERRA that they released in September of last year at the convention, and I've been taking it since then. I think Felicia's been taking it since then as well, and I think some of you here are more new to it. But let's talk about it. So it has 3 major components, and the first one is the essential oil itself. So the oil blend comes in 4 different forms. So you see there the essential oil, in our familiar 15 ml bottle. We also have a gum, satiety gum. We have the soft gel, and we have the beadlets. So many of you are familiar with beadlets. It's basically a quarter drop of the essential oil in a teeny tiny little bead. You can just swallow it whole like that, or you could just like bite into it and release that flavor into your mouth. It doesn't matter which way you use it. But all of these 4 products are going to inhibit fat cell maturation. So they're going to stop those fat cells from maturing and help kind of loosen them up and help you to get rid of them. Also help you curb cravings and, of course, supporting metabolic health. And you sort of, this is a good analogy of the car. So remember, if any of you have children, when they were teenagers and you started to teach them how to drive, how was that process? It was stressful, right? So many times they don't quite have the finesse, right? When they're accelerating, they're kind of hitting that accelerator a little bit hard, and so you're feeling like you're like thrusting forward as they're accelerating. And then when they're braking, maybe you're like going back into the seat. And it's that stop, start, that's very jarring to your body, right? We're basically doing the same thing to our bodies when we are not managing the blood sugar spikes over the course of a day. It's that stop, start, so that sometimes during the day you feel pretty good, and then other times during the day, you're like, oh man, I just need an IV of caffeine right now, right? And a Snickers bar. So it's those constant up and down that are actually very aging for us. And of course, we don't feel well either. So the answer for that is the MetaPWR Assist. So the Assist helps to decrease those post-meal glucose spikes, and it helps to reduce the absorption of carbohydrates. So I call this the carb blocker. So this one, you're going to take 1 before your largest meal of the day. So sometimes I take 2 a day, depending. Like today, I went out to lunch, so I took 1 before lunch and I took 1 before dinner. But most of the time, I'm taking 1 a day. And the other things, the prior slide that I showed you with the MetaPWR oil blend, of those products, I'm taking the soft gels, about 3 a day. And I take the gum. Those are the 2 products that I really like the most in that little foursome there. And this one is the second step is to help reduce those jarring stop start kind of thing, like your teenager driving you around, and just to help keep your energy level steady throughout the day. And then the final component of this system is, let's face it, if we look good, we feel good, right? So looking good and feeling good sort of intertwined. And this is our collagen product. So this is a marine-based collagen, sustainably sourced from cold water marine fish in Italy. It has all these different types of collagen, 9 different types of collagen, very different from most collagens on the market that maybe only have 1 or 2 types of collagen. So I've taken collagen in the past. I don't know about you, but I'm a sucker for the newest, latest and greatest thing. And doTERRA didn't have it. doTERRA didn't have collagen, and a lot of other companies do. And so I've been experimenting with it for a couple of years. And I have to say, I've been like not so impressed about any other collagen that I've taken until I started taking this one. And I noticed a difference right away. So this one is super interesting. You can see, I love this slide because it shows you everything that's in it. So you're getting that MetaPWR metabolic blend in there. You're getting the marine collagen, red orange fruit extract, yeast longevity complex, which contains NMN, NAD, hyaluronic acid. Many people are very familiar with that in the beauty, arena, because that is the thing that helps promote healthier and more supple skin. Resveratrol, similarly, is so good for your skin. The sea buckhorn fruit extract, sea buckthorn fruit extract, good for antioxidants. Rose apple fruit extract, phytoceramides, liposomal vitamin C, and biotin. So this covers a lot of different things. So great for your skin, your hair, your nails, and your immune system. I wound up taking this in September, right after convention. I developed COVID. I somehow picked it up, I guess, somewhere in Utah. And I found myself in a hotel room by myself in Denver because I was supposed to be visiting my daughter. And as soon as I stepped off the plane, I knew I did not feel well. And she made me take a test and it was positive for COVID. And she was like, sorry, you can't stay with me. So she dropped me off at a hotel. And what was I supposed to do? Like for 3 days until my flight was leaving back home, I needed to do something. And I had a limited amount of oils with me. I didn't have everything with me because I was just traveling, right? So I decided, well, I may as well bust out this collagen and see if it will help me. And it did. I feel very strongly that this helped me recover from COVID very, very quickly. So this, along with my lifelong vitality, which I had with me, plus, of course, I had my On Guard and Breathe. I had the standard oils with me, but I think that this really helped me recover quickly. So this helps promote healthy biological aging, improves your health span, improves cognitive function, supports lean muscle and connective tissue, and improves skin elasticity and firmness. And I can say, so now I've been on it for, let's see, 9 months now. And I'm starting to look at pictures of myself from a year ago. And I'm like, Wow, I'm looking really good. I really feel that it's helped my skin. I think I've always had good skin, but I can notice, subtle differences, especially around the eye area. And this, like usually is very, very puffy. And I've noticed a decrease in that. And I used to have some of the crow's feet, around the eyes, and I'm noticing that that's really diminishing. So I'm seeing this in my skin. I'm really happy about how my skin is improving, and I'm also noticing an improvement in my vision. And many people notice this as well, that their vision is improving. And I wound up getting a new prescription right before I started taking this collagen. I think it was like in August, I got the new prescription. And literally like 2 months later, I went back to my old glasses, which are these, because the new glasses were giving me a headache. So I noticed that my vision was improving um, pretty much right away. And so now when I go back to my eye doctor, which I'm due in July or August, I'm very anxious to see what my numbers are, in terms of my vision. He'll be able to measure that. But I know that I went back to my old glasses, my old prescription, which was not as strong as the one that I had just been given. So it's kind of interesting, right? So this is the system. So it's all of these products, and I recommend that people get the whole system when they first start out, so that they can kind of experiment and see what are the things that they really like the most. Um, for me, I find that the things that I'm ordering every month are the Advantage. This is the orange, the big box, which is the collagen product, the soft gels, and the Assist. So these three things I'm ordering every month. The oil I don't use as much. The beadlets, my husband took them, so he uses those. And the gum, I use it maybe once a day, but I don't find myself ordering this every month necessarily. But these three things I do order every month. So, of course, we know that movement is important. And as we start working out or doing more walking, as my husband and I have been doing, um, even Hippocrates, going all the way back to 400 BC, he was even talking about exercise way back when. So this is nothing new. We know that we need to move a little bit, right? And when we don't move, it's a problem for our digestion. It's just a problem everywhere. So regular exercise promotes improved function of every body system. And a sedentary lifestyle can have an equally powerful negative effect. Um, and this quote that I found, I think Dr. Spellman found this one too. Sitting is the new smoking. Eek, right? That's scary. And think about how after COVID, so many people are working from home and, kind of slaves to our laptop, and we're just on the computer all day. And then all of a sudden it's 8 o'clock at night or 9 o'clock at night. And you're like, oh, now I just want to go to bed, right? So it's so important to make time for some kind of movement in your day, even if it's 20 minutes. It doesn't have to be a long time. But what you may notice is the more active you are, you're going to start to feel it in your muscles. And of course, as a massage therapist myself, I see this every day in my massage therapy practice. People are really hurting, especially their neck, the upper neck, the shoulders, and they love their deep blue rub. And everyone that comes to me for a massage gets some at the end, along with a hot towel treatment, which is really luxurious and lovely after some good deep tissue massage. So this is something that everyone should have in their home, I think, because at any given point in time, maybe you'll have lower back pain or knee pain or neck pain. It's just something that is used all the time in our house. All right, resting and managing stress. who needs sleep anyway. I used to be one of those people that used to pride myself on not sleeping. And I wore it like a badge of honor, like, hey, I only slept 4 hours last night. Woo, and I'm still doing great and I can function. And that is true. Like I'm not a person that needs like 10 hours of sleep. I can function on a lower amount. But I have noticed that if I get 7 hours, I really do so much better than if I get four, 4 or 5. So it is really important to get a good night's sleep. And sleep is so important to the function of the immune system. It impacts the apoptosis of cells, which help the cells to stay healthy, really important for cardiovascular health. And research shows that people who sleep 6 hours or more a night have much healthier hearts than those who sleep less. So when I saw all these statistics, I'm like, all right, I bet I really need to get more disciplined about this and go to sleep and develop some sleep hygiene, some good habits around sleep. So this is an interesting chart that kind of shows you how much sleep is needed. And you can see newborn 16 hours a day, 50% of their sleep is REM, and then how it changes as we grow older. So 1-year-old maybe needs only 12 hours a day, school age 10 to 11 hours a night, adolescents 8 to 10 hours a night, and adults 7 to 8 hours a night. So tips to get a good night's sleep: keep a consistent schedule, napping briefly. I personally don't nap because I feel like if I go take a nap, I'm not getting up. Like I'm not disciplined enough to just nap for 5 minutes or something. I can't do that. So I just refrain from that personally, but some people really swear by it. Creating a bedtime routine. Use your bedroom for sleeping only. So don't be playing video games in your bedroom or watching TV or watching movies, things like that. Just, your bedroom should be a sanctuary for sleeping and sex. That's pretty much it, right? Avoid caffeine 6 to 8 hours before bedtime. Avoid large or spicy meals. Exercise regularly, and expose yourself to bright lights in the morning. Obviously, at night, you want the room darkened with room darkening shades, or very low light, no light. So here are my favorite little sleep regimen hacks: lavender or serenity to the bottom of the feet, and diffuse during the night. I've literally been diffusing serenity for 10 years, honestly, every single day. This was one of they call it the gateway oil. Like, what was the oil that first led you to doTERRA? For me, it was serenity. And for 10 years, every night, even when I travel, I have my diffuser with me, and it's like I can't go to sleep without it. So I love my serenity. It's my favorite. Also, the Serenity soft gels are really great. And you could take one or two of those, 30 to 45 minutes before bedtime. You can apply vetiver to the big toe. Also, you could do copaiba, 2 to 3 drops under the tongue before bedtime. Cedarwood to the bottom of the feet. You could also diffuse adaptive. All right, so we're going to talk about stress a little bit, and then we're almost at the end here. So if you feel stressed, you are stressed. So if you're feeling it, if you're feeling, yes, I feel stressed out, then you are, on a physical level. And there's so many things that impact, our stress level and just life in general, right? But finances, if you're feeling sick, if, sometimes your marriage, sometimes your work, sometimes death, loss, friends, it depends, everyone goes through all of these things during the course of their day or the course of their lifetime. And all of these different life circumstances can really put us into a frenzy at times, right? So why does this even matter? Is all stress bad? And the answer is not necessarily. Not all stress is not bad. Sometimes it's a good thing. If you have one singular stressful event, like you're running late for work or you're being chased by a bear, that's one thing. That's short-term stress that kind of propels you into action, right? So you're going to run, or you're going to, do a little bit better to get yourself to work on time. But if you're repeatedly exposed to situations that lead to wear and tear on the mind and the body, long-term stress can really impact you physically on a very negative level. The good news. What's the good news? We can't rid ourselves of all stress, but we have the control to change our reaction to stress. So ask yourself, when do I feel stress? What stresses me out? How does stress make me feel? And then, here are some immediate responses that you can apply if you're feeling stressed out. Focus on your breathing. I find this so many times in myself, shallow breathing. Sometimes all we need to do is just take a big deep breath, right? And let it all out. That's so helpful. And it's just a simple thing. Guided imagery. There's so many channels on YouTube. If you just type in like relaxing, I do it all the time, relaxing massage music. And I type that in and you'll get this like beautiful movie of gorgeous imagery and waterfalls, and you just like get into this like Zen state so easily. So there's so many resources out there that are free that you can avail yourselves of to help bring down the stress level. Meditation, body scan, take a walk, stretching, laughing, of course, massage. I have to say that, right? And then for continual stressful situations, what's important is to just try to focus on your nutrition. I notice for me, sometimes if I'm really stressed out, I start to turn to bad foods, right? And junk food. And that's like the wrong thing for me to be doing. So focus on eating healthier foods. Speak to yourself in a positive way. Let's stop beating ourselves up, right? Prioritize physical activity, express gratitude, and journal. Of course, massage and yoga. Develop or maintain a hobby. So try to do something that takes your mind off of a stressful situation that may be in your life, like on a continuous basis. So these are my top oils to help deal with stress management. The whole adaptive system. So the 15 ml blend I'm diffusing very frequently during the week. The touch roller I'm applying to my wrists. And then the capsule. I take the capsule once a day. Also doTERRA Balance. That's the first oil I apply in the morning when I get up. Right on my wrist. It's a grounding blend. So I feel grounded as soon as I get out of bed in the morning, instead of feeling like, oh, there's so many things to do today. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't know how I'm going to get it all done. Instead of starting my day like that, I just want to start my day peacefully and in a grounded state. And balance helps me do that. Lavender, the universal calming oil. So we all know what lavender can do. Frankincense, so good for anxious feelings and stress. Rose, I love the rose touch. And I will apply that to my throat area, behind my ears, on my wrists. It's the oil that has the highest vibration. So this is the oil that helps bring feelings of joy and euphoria. It really helps you to feel happier. And that's one way to combat stress, right? Is just feeling really happy and joyful. And then finally, Roman chamomile is very calming. Okay, so we are taking a proactive approach to our health, and therefore we are, as we discussed, we talked about the metabolic, concerns that many people are experiencing these days. And these are the things that can really help with that. So here's the good news. So now I get to tell you the solution and what you can do and the event pricing just for attending this talk tonight. doTERRA has given me a discount code for you to use to purchase this Healthy Habits kit. Now, the good news is the discount code is applicable to existing customers as well as brand new. So if you're on this call, you're watching this recording, and you're already an existing customer, rejoice, because normally the discounts are really given usually to the new people, right? And the old people are like, oh, thanks a lot. Like, I want that too, right? And how many times have we said, I wish I could just enroll again, right? So I can get this good deal. Well, doTERRA realized that's so unfair. So they realized that the discount should really be offered to everyone. So everyone who wants to start embracing their health and get themselves on the right track. This Healthy Habits enrollment kit is probably my favorite kit for people to start with when they're first, starting on their doTERRA journey, because it has a perfect mixture of supplements and oils. There's a little bit of everything. And of course, the beautiful deep blue rub, which, like I said before, everyone should have in their home. But this kit is fantastic because you're getting lavender, frankincense, the king of all oils, balance, tangerine, and on guard. So some of our really most popular oils, really great to start with these. And then of course you have the lifelong vitality. You've got the Terrazyme, which is the digestive enzymes, and the PB Assist, which is the probiotics. So great way to start. This kit is normally $195, and tonight, and I think through tomorrow night, so I think that our code is good for at least 24 hours, maybe 48 hours, but it'll be $165. So the code is giving us 15% off, which is wonderful. So just a great way to start. Highly recommend it. I've had so many customers start with this and they're really happy. And just to give you one visual with all of the MetaPWR, because the next kit that I'm going to talk about is the MetaPWR System Kit. So once again, to reiterate everything that's in it, you've got the collagen product, you have the metabolic, you have the assist, which is the carb blocker that decreases post-meal glucose spikes. You have the MetaPWR soft gel, which helps to prevent those fat cells that you already have from expanding further. And then you have the oil, the gum, and the beadlet to help you curb cravings and help with weight loss. So this is the MetaPWR System Kit, and this is also on sale tonight. Normally, the price for this is $179. Tonight is $152.15, kind of an odd little price there, but that's the price. So it's $152.15, and you're getting all of this that's pictured. What a great deal, honestly. And like I said before, these are not, some of these products you're not going to be reordering every month, right? You're just going to be reordering the MetaPWR Advantage because you're going to be taking that once a day, and you'll probably reorder the MetaPWR Assist, those two. And the others kind of depends on how quickly you go through them, but what I find myself reordering, like I said before, is the Advantage and the Assist and the soft gels. Okay, and then most of you know that are watching this right now, loyalty rewards is really the best way to get the most of what doTERRA has to offer, because you're going to qualify for exclusive promotions. You'll be able to earn points on your purchases, which can be used to purchase free product. You can also qualify to earn commissions. So if you want to share these wonderful products with other people, there's a variety of ways that you can do that. You can, of course, qualify to earn commissions, but even if you're not doing this as a business, which most people are not, there is an income earning opportunity, of course. But if you are not interested in that part of it, but yet you want to refer your friends to doTERRA, you can do that, and you will get what they call doTERRA dollars. So basically money in your doTERRA account that you can use to offset your purchases. So it's really awesome. It's a new thing that they just started. And of course, we're in the middle of BOGO week right now. So if you haven't heard, um, doTERRA started BOGO week, and they had 6 different offers. 2 of them have sold out already. So I'm not talking about the ones that have sold out, but only the ones that are left. So these are the ones that are left, and you can always add these on to your LRP. Most people have processed their loyalty rewards order already for the month, and that's okay because doTERRA allows us to process as many loyalty rewards orders as we want during the month. So I always recommend, processing any additional orders that you may need throughout the month on loyalty rewards so that you can, earn your points on those additional purchases. So beautiful is absolutely, as its name implies, a gorgeous smelling blend. It's really special. I love this blend so much. I just found it actually. It was kind of out of my rotation, and then I recently rediscovered it because of BOGO week, and I said I have to find this because I have to talk about it, and I almost forgot what it smells like. And I said, why did I put you away, beautiful? Oh my gosh, what have I been missing all this time? It's so gorgeous. So really, really pretty. It helps you feel empowered and confident. Um, just such a gorgeous blend. And then the freebie with that is a 4 milliliter frankincense touch. So it's like a little baby frankincense touch. I use frankincense touch every day on my skin. So I go around my eyes. I go around my eyes like this, and then I kind of like tap it all over my face, and I feel that's one of the products that has really helped me maintain my youthful glow is the frankincense touch, and I've used it for years. So frankincense is something that I always have. And it's nice to have a small one. It's easier to travel with. So this one is fantastic because the thing that you're buying is $24, and the thing that you're getting is 25. So it's kind of like an upside down BOGO, right? The thing that you're getting for free is worth more than the thing that you're buying. So love, love, love this one. And then the next one, this one is about to sell out if it hasn't already. The last I heard, this was 75% sold out. But this is Immortelle, the anti-aging blend. I love Immortelle. I use Immortelle every day as well. This is a great essential oil blend, and the one thing to note is that this oil, even though it's in a roller bottle, is not diluted. So what I do with this one is I'll make 4 or 5 rollers out of that one Immortelle roller. So I have Immortelle for like 2 years straight because I don't need to buy Immortelle very often because I'm breaking it down into maybe 5 different rollers. And I use jojoba oil to mix with my Immortelle, and I absolutely love it. And I do use it on my face, on my skin, and it's really great for anti-aging, reduces blemishes, wrinkles, really, really, really helpful. When I fell in February, I literally fell on my face. Some of you probably saw those pictures that I posted. I had like a big gash right in the middle of my forehead. Immortelle was one of the oils that I was using to help my skin heal and recover. And now I cannot see it at all. So it really helped with that. And then with that, you're getting 2 things for free, the brightening gel and the tightening serum. And I use both of these. And the brightening gel is excellent for anyone who has like little sunspots on their face. So it really helps lighten those up. And also the tightening serum is great for fine lines and wrinkles. So again, this is sort of a uh, almost equal BOGO, right? It's $80 for the Immortelle, and you're getting $78 of things for free. And I love when you have to buy one thing and you get 2 things free. I love that. So like a buy one, get 2 things free. So it's a great way to try some of the skincare products, which are so, so good. And I've used them for so many years. I love them. So love this one. If this one catches your fancy, order tonight because I don't think it'll be around tomorrow. And then Deep Blue, we talked about Deep Blue tonight. So this one, as the massage therapist, this of course is my favorite, and I got several of these. So this one is buy the Deep Blue oil for $37, and you get the Deep Blue stick for free. So the Deep Blue oil, again, I use that and make my own rollers. So I'll take that Deep Blue oil that's a 5 ml, it's about 80 drops in it. I could probably get three to four rollers out of it. So depending on how heavy-handed I am with the Deep Blue as I'm making the rollers, and I'll use fractionated coconut oil in this particular roller, and it's fantastic for knee pain, neck pain, back pain, and I really love the products layered. So I apply the essential oil first, and then I will layer on top the Deep Blue rub or the Deep Blue stick. And the Deep Blue stick also has copaiba in it, which really helps with the anti-inflammatory effect. And this is one of our only products that's FDA approved as a topical analgesic. So this could literally be sold in CVS. So it's a great product to have on hand. It will never let you down. It always works the same, and it's just fantastic and very easy to apply. You don't have to rub it in. You know, it's like the consistency of a lip balm. So you just swipe it on and go. And it's really gives you that deep penetrating pain relief. And then the final one that's still available is to buy Neroli and get Davana for free. So I was trying to think about Davana because it's one that we really don't. I had it with me earlier. I think I put it in my purse, but it's one we haven't really talked about that much because it's very limited oil. Most people don't have it. And I think the only time we've ever gotten it before is as a gift with a convention kit or something like that years ago. To me, it smells like daisies. So I was trying to like pinpoint what does this thing smell like? It's a very different aroma. It smells like daisies. So if you like the smell of daisies, you're going to love this. And it helps with optimistic and clear thinking. It helps to clear nervous energy. Really good for ovarian health. And it's good for headaches. It's good for clear breathing. And this one is interesting because it works with your own pheromones and it smells different on every person. So smelling it right out of the bottle, you may not like it, but when you apply it to yourself, it takes on a whole different aroma. It's very cool, very interesting. So I like it paired actually with neroli and any of the floral oils. It's very good to pair it up with magnolia or jasmine or rose. It's kind of a cool thing because it will cut the sweetness a little bit. So if you don't love the sweetness of rose or ylang ylang, or even the neroli, if you combine the two together, it's gonna just cut that sweetness a little bit and give you a little daisy smell. So I really love these two together. So it's $54 to buy the neroli, and then you get the Davana for free, 32. And for the collectors, there's no other way to get it. So if you are a true collector and you really want to have every oil that we have ever made, this is your chance. This is your chance to get it. So all right, so that's BOGOs. And so here is the code. So take a picture of this so you have the code in case you want to use this. Again, this is for brand new people or existing customers. It doesn't matter which way. If you're brand new to doTERRA, we will take care of you. And if you are an existing customer, you know how well we take care of you, right? Because you've been here with us and we have so many resources at your fingertips that you can ask for help in our group. You can text us, call us. We're always available to help you. And so that's the code that you're going to put in the promo code box in the shopping cart if you're checking out. And this will be good for 48 hours. So either the MetaPWR system or Healthy Habits, either one of these, you're going to get free shipping because either one, both of them are over 100 PV, so you'll get free shipping on these kits if you decide to order them. And Felicia, I think you have another code for people that are new, maybe for the purposes of watching, if they're watching this recording and they're brand new, what is your code? And they can get an additional oil if they're opening an account for the first time.
You know what? I'm joining from my phone, but I would be happy to provide that code to anybody who's new. I can't really toggle on my phone too well. I'll probably lose you guys, but
Okay.
I am participating in a program called Silver Club, and for all new enrollees, this month will receive a free citrus bliss when they enroll with one of these kits, or any kit or any combination of products that totals 100 PV. And I know you guys, Kelly and Malika, I know you're familiar with the term PV, so I don't have to worry. But if you have any friends that would like to join in the next 24 hours, they can actually purchase one of these kits. They're both over 100 PV, as Lorinda mentioned. And so that new person would qualify for the free citrus bliss. And further to that, they would be being referred by you. You would get that refer a friend bonus that Lorinda mentioned earlier, which is 20% of their PV purchase. So if they purchase the Healthy Habits Enrollment Kit and it's 100 PV, say, I don't know the exact PV, forgive me, but you would get $20. So those are actual dollars to use towards your dollar amount of your order. So if your order is $100 and you use your $20 from referring a friend, you would pay $80 for your order. And then what else did I want to say? Oh, if you purchase one of these kits, there and you add something. So when I was at the live meeting, which was actually a month ago today, and I purchased the Healthy Habits Enrollment Kit to get the 15% discount because I use all of these products on a daily basis. And I added, I think I added the MetaPWR collagen. And so when a new person would purchase the Healthy Habits Enrollment Kit, I'm sorry, I'm off track here, and add the MetaPWR collagen, it would be at over 150 PV, and they would get a pedal diffuser. Is that right, Lorinda? That still stands?
Pebble.
The Pebble diffuser, I'm sorry.
Yes, true. That's true. Still stands.
Yes. So
lots of great offers.
purchased,
I guess that's the point here,
yes.
is that lots of freebies, for the new person just coming on. But I love the fact that doTERRA is offering this to us old
Yes.
customers. Us tried and true loyal customers. We appreciate these discounts and we love them too, and we deserve them. So
Yes.
okay, so what I was gonna do right now is spin the wheel to give away my prizes. And guess what? I don't have to do that because automatically Kelly and Malika, you're winning. So this is what I have to give away, so you have an idea what it is. Dun, 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 dun. This is the Spa doTERRA body butter.
Yummy.
Nice.
So
Nice. Thank you so much.
I love this. I use it all the time. It's such a beautiful light fragrance, kind of like spearminty a little bit, but it's really pretty. And you can always add, whatever essential oil you want to it to make it smell like however you want to smell. But I especially love this in the summer months because I find my skin gets a little bit drier in the summer. And it's extremely hydrating and really, really lovely. So Kelly and Malika, congrats. You're getting it. Kelly, you want to message me your address? Because I don't know where you are. Just give me a thumbs up. If you're in New Jersey or Florida, or where are you? So just message me your address so I know where to send it. And Malika, I have your address. So I will put those in the mail to you probably next week because I have to get through BOGO week first. It's been a little insane. So give me a couple days to get this in the mail to you, and you should have it next week. Yay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. So thanks for staying on and hanging out with us for an hour, and I appreciate you. And any questions? I'll just open it up for questions, and I'm going to stop the recording right now. Thanks everyone for watching.